powered and safe, whether it's a small repair or major upgrade. We deliver quality work. And of course, hurricane season. Hate to say it, it's not far away. Severe storm season as well. If you're thinking about backup power, we've got Generacs and Kohler standby generators in stock, ready when you need them. Since 1979, Crown Electric has been your trusted local expert. Call 409-842-1306. That's 409-842-1306.
For more information on contests on this station, go to klvi.com/rules.
This is Nolan Ryan, coming to you from the AmericanStandardAir.com studios with News Talk 560 KLVI.
Okay, just about a minute and a half away from 7 o'clock at News Talk Radio KLVI.
Blaine Thibodeau.
Blaine Thibodeau.
Blaine Thibodeau from Vider going to check out Wayne Tubes.
Okay. Congratulations to the Thibodeau win. Okay, I wonder how many Thibodeaus we have in Southeast Texas.
I looked it up about 10 minutes ago, 14,912.
Oh, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Vladimir Putin became the second president of Russia on this date 25 years ago today.
It was certainly a chameleon there. He very slowly took over and became a dictator.
Yes, he did. 1982 groundbreaking ceremonies took place in Washington for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. 1979 Camp David peace talks. Anwar Sadat, Menachem Begin, and of course the witness to the signing was Jimmy Carter.
Who was the architect of the whole thing.
Yes, he was. Yes, no doubt about it. 1973, The Young and the Restless debuted on CBS. And, let me see, 1885, Eastman Kodak, first moving picture film.
#1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. This is News Talk 560 KLVI. Beaumont, free, never sounded so good. Democrats keep demanding more answers. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. About a security breach in a Trump administration group chat about military action in Yemen and the safely allowed a journalist in. It'll be a big issue at a House Intel hearing into worldwide threats. The day after one in the Senate, where Democrat Mark Warner questioned Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard.
There was no classified material that was shared in that.
So then if there was no classified material, share it with the committee. You can't have it both ways. These are important jobs. This is our national security.
Gabbard and CIA Director John Ratcliffe will face more questions in the House about the chat they were on with National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who still has President Trump's support, while taking responsibility for inadvertently inviting Atlantic editor Jeffrey Goldberg into the chat. Waltz tells Fox.
You got somebody else's number on someone else's contact. So of course I didn't see this loser in the group. It looked like someone else. Now whether he did it deliberately or it happened in some other technical mean is something we're trying to figure out.
Now, President Trump has signed an executive order likely to face legal challenges from some states.
Requiring proof of citizenship in federal elections. It requires government-issued proof of U.S. citizenship on voter registration forms. It also calls on states to work with federal agencies to share voter lists and to prosecute election crimes. Plus, it threatens to pull federal funding from states where election officials don't comply.
That's Fox's Brooke Singman. Another Trump executive order directs the FBI to release the files from what he's long called a witch hunt. The investigation that began in 2016 and led to a special counsel investigation into alleged Trump campaign collusion with Russia.
This was total weaponization. It's a disgrace. Should never happen in this country. But now you'll be able to see for yourselves. All declassified.
People have fled flames in North Carolina. Wildfires have prompted evacuations in Polk and Henderson counties and other blaze burns in South Carolina, but it is much worse in South Korea, where wildfire disasters killed 24 people. America's listening to Fox News.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hand.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be get there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
The chair of the National Transportation Safety Board, Jennifer Hammondy, will testify at a House hearing starting next hour. With airline safety a big issue following the mid-air Washington, D.C. collision between a regional flight and an American and an Army helicopter.
What the
also
fuck?
Discuss other small plane crashes likely and some near collisions. 1 year ago today, our top story was a crash in Baltimore when a cargo ship ran into a bridge.
The disaster unfolded in the early hours of March 26th
Louisiana.
of last year and in seconds obliterated Baltimore's
Louisiana.
Francis Scott Key Bridge, which took 5 years to build. It devastated the families of several men working on the bridge and hit a major shipping hub.
C-13 dispatch, the whole bridge is thrown out.
Calls like that on Broadcastify reaching emergency teams around 1:30 in the morning after the Dali container ship lost power and struck a critical column of the bridge. Police working construction detail nearby were able to block traffic on either side, but the warning didn't reach the construction crew on the bridge in time. 6 people lost their lives. 2 survived, a construction worker and a repair supervisor. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
The Senate has confirmed 2 doctors. One of them is going to lead the FDA.
Dr. Marty McCary is the new Food and Drug Administration Commissioner, getting the thumbs up from the Senate on Tuesday night in a 56-44 vote. 3 Democrats joined Republicans to confirm McCary, who was a Johns Hopkins University surgeon and researcher. During his hearing, Democrats pressed him about the abortion medication mifepristone, as well as vaccines, which he largely expressed support for, saying, quote, vaccines save lives, and any child who dies with a vaccine-preventable illness is a tragedy in the modern era. Dr. Jay Bhattacharya was also confirmed to lead the National Institutes of Health with a vote of 53-47, getting no votes from Democrats. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Now on Wall Street this morning, stock futures, they have been moving up and down. They're now mixed. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
We'll digitize your old VCRs at BRENNAN,
Sometimes you don't always have an opinion.
I don't really care what happens as long as we get this country back on track.
Sometimes it's nice to let everyone else have their opinion.
Someone has got to do something.
Sometimes it's nice to hear the opinion. I got to tell you right now, there's so much more. Sometimes. Sean Hannity, all the time. Afternoons at 2 on News Talk 560, KLVI.
Testimony will resume this morning at the Jefferson County Courthouse in the trial of a woman accused of ramming her car and attempting to repossess her vehicle. That's at 5 in the morning. I'm Jim Love with KLVI News. Details after this.
Spring has sprung, but the song has not yet been sung. Well, it's been singing over at Beaumont Carpet 1 since the first day of March. We have springtime sales on your flooring needs. And buying flooring is something that you do maybe 2 or 3 times in a lifetime. Think about that. You probably buy a house more often than you replace a floor. You certainly buy a vehicle more often than you replace a floor. So it's a big deal, and it should be a big deal, but it ought to be a comfortable deal, and it is when you come to Beaumont Carpet 1. They are the one store for your perfect floor. They're on the web at BeaumontCarpet1.com. They're at 6690 East 6 Freeway, directly across the freeway from Parkdale Mall. And Ray and Lynn Lyons and their staff over there will not only guarantee the installation with a beautiful guarantee, but we'll show you some really, really super sparkly financing right now to 18 months interest-free. Also, on your carpet, we'll go ahead and give you the padding absolutely free with the carpet installation that you buy. Just some really, really good things. Plenty of free parking at BeaumontCarpet1.com,
that fled from police on Monday afternoon is free after posting a $5,000 bond. Deputies attempted to stop 17-year-old Jonathan Luna for speeding on Walden Road. He refused to stop and drove several blocks to his home on South Major Drive in Beaumont. Luna is facing multiple charges, including evading a vehicle.
Oh, shit. I know some people on the
No longer
mark.
available in several southeast Texas communities. Dairy Queen has now closed more than 25 stores in the Lone Star State. Here in southeast and east Texas, stores in Jasper, Coons, and Hemphill have closed last month. Dairy Queens in Sour Lake, Buna, and Dayton among the restaurants that closed. All the closures had the same franchise owner. Stage is set for budget negotiations for the House after the Texas Senate unanimously passed the proposed budget on Tuesday. The proposed $336 billion spending plan will fund state government operations through 2027. The budget prioritizes education, including a school voucher program that tends to run into trouble in the House. Other priorities include property tax relief, highway projects, the electric grid, and mental health. Spending for border security greatly reduced with the onset of the Trump administration. KLVI News Times 7:09, and KLVI Sports is next.
What's the ice cream thing they sold besides the Blizzard? What's the other one? Dairy Queen?
Oh, they got the peanut parfait. They got several different, lots and lots of different ice creams. The Dilly Bar.
The Dilly Bar, yeah. Yeah. They used to kind of sell that in combo with a meal. What was your favorite?
Oh, growing up with the Dilly Bar.
Yeah, Dipco's real good.
Yeah, I like the Dipco.
Yeah, I don't like the Blizzards.
Really?
I like that. I like the fact that when they turn them upside down.
Yeah.
I just somebody in front of me, he turned upside down. The ice cream didn't fall off. She just dropped the entire cup.
Okay.
Well, I have often known what the technique was, I guess, to show its firmness or what. But yeah, I like the Blizzards. I think it was me. I'd always flip that thing over. Yeah, but she dropped the entire cup. Oops. Wow. Said, oops, start again.
Astros tomorrow.
Yeah, excited. Finally, the start of the Major League Baseball season. I know last week the Dodgers got their season started in Japan, but the full-blown schedule gets underway tomorrow. Astros opening day will be at home, open up a 3-game series against the Mets. Robert Valdez getting the start for Houston tomorrow on opening day against Clay Holmes of the Mets. It's a 3-game series. Some NFL notes for you. The Giants have landed another veteran signal caller, according to ESPN. The G-Men have agreed to quarterback Russell Wilson. The deal is 1 year, worth up to $21 million, with 10.5 of that guaranteed. The Patriots signed veteran wide receiver Stephon Diggs to a 3-year contract for $69 million, including $26 million guaranteed. Of course, he's with the Texans. Last year went down in week 8 for the season. Nice crowd out at Vincent Beck last night for Lamar Cardinal baseball. Cardinals beat the Rice Owls 2-1. Matt Ryan drove in both runs with an RBI in the bottom half of the second inning. A lot to take on those other Cardinals over the weekend.
69 with 21 guaranteed.
In Southland play, Cardinals picked up their 20th win last night for the final Sweet 16. Get back after it tomorrow, but they're the NIT quarters. Last night, Chattanooga and North Texas both advanced into the semis.
Freaking 100,000 would change my life.
North Texas beat Oklahoma State. The rest of that semifinal will be decided tonight. Kent State and Loyola Chicago, UAB and UC Irvine. A couple of coaching notes for you. Xavier has new head men's basketball coach, former New Mexico coach Richard Pitino, heading to Cincinnati with Xavier, and there's a new guy in Lake Charles who waiting for his left with the NC State job from David McNeese. Bill Armstrong, former assistant, actually coming over from Baylor.
bacon wrap or Skippy?
Bacon Skippy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, the bacon
says yes.
The bacon
Yeah.
goes to Skippy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The bacon goes to Skippy.
All right.
He gets that.
Got a new dog before my next door neighbors have a dog. We got a security fence and a chain link that separates the
Okay.
fence. He crawls under. He's figured out how to climb up over the fence.
Okay.
I'm sitting on a recliner for dinner and the dog runs to go to the sliding glass door.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did what a neighbor do. I gave him some treats.
Yeah, that security system's really working out well.
Yes. Yeah.
Not too bad at all. Okay, that is a look at our morning sports here at News Talk Radio, KLVI. Daddy-O's got a great burger with your name on it. Well, your name's not on it yet, but it will be when you order it, because we don't start making it until you start ordering it. You think about that. That is a custom burger. It's not one of 500 or 600 that are made before you get there. This is one that is made after you order it, so that when you get there, if you're calling it in on the phone, or if you're standing there waiting for it, you know it's fresh. You know it's Nolan Ryan beef. You know it's on a freshly baked bun. And you know you're going to get whatever you want. You want pickles, you want onions, you want tomatoes, you want mustard, you want mayonnaise, you want ketchup. Whatever you want, you're going to get at Daddy-O's. 8745 Memorial in Port Arthur. And Culver, Lucas, and Beaumont. Why do you think we've been around for 42 years? Because people like it enough. They love our burgers at Daddy-O's. Just Google Daddy-O's and you'll see that it is the favorite burger by far of most people here in Southeast Texas. Quick time out. News Talk Radio, KLVI, last call for birthdays, KLVI Facebook Messenger.
From the Crown Electric Authorized Generac Generator Dealer, Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. At Jackson Hewitt, expert tax prep is now $149 or less, but only for a limited time. Hurry, book your appointment at jacksonhewitt.com today. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/49-149.
Okay, look at our morning weather with Greg Bostwick, and we get 100 degrees yesterday across the country.
We did. Over there, it's extreme southeastern Southern California, western Utah, 102 degrees. Ogilvy, we had that over early this morning. Looks like temperatures here locally will back off a little bit. We had mid to upper 80s in several spots yesterday, probably looking about 83 today. More clouds helping us out there to hold the temperature down. The low tonight down into the low to mid-60s and back up toward the 80-degree mark tomorrow. Rain chances starting to creep in a little bit tomorrow, but it's only 20%. I don't think that's going to harm the opening of the fair. And then it gets pretty active, though, on Friday. The showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, particularly after an evening there. And then Saturday and Sunday, not bad. Couple showers possible mainly Saturday morning, and relatively dry. But the rest of the weekend, temperatures about 5 to 7 degrees warmer than normal, but that's okay. It'll also not get too warm, but low 80s sounds pretty good for today. Outside 64, mostly cloudy skies.
Okay, Francis Scott Key Bridge knocked down a year ago today in Baltimore, right, by a Chinese ship. Yeah. I wonder if they're going to have to pay any of the freight on the repairs. Well, remember, they were told that they were going to have to pay some?
Yeah, I think the insurance company has to pay something for the call.
Yeah, but I bet China does.
But what if they don't?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
What if they don't?
That's it.
You can't use that ship channel anymore? Okay.
Yeah.
That is a look. Well, there's a possibility, no doubt about it. Last call for birthdays, KLVI Facebook Messenger. Al Caldwell, Jim Love, Greg Bostwick, Harold Mann, 717 at News Talk Radio, KLVI.
You know, when the storm hits, are you going to be ready? Well, you will be with a Generac generator from Gulf Coast Generators. You're going to be ready. They're a locally owned, trusted Generac dealer since back in 2007. Gulf Coast Generators. Their specialty is great installation of home standby and commercial generators. They've been serving Southeast Texas and surrounding communities for years. Some service, routine maintenance, they do warranty work on any Generac generator too. You never know when power's going to go out. Maybe for a few minutes, could be somebody else to pull down the road. Maybe a few hours, a day, or maybe a couple of weeks. Well, with the Generac generator,
Deere believes you should drive the legend. The legend that it's a John Deere tractor. You worked hard to get your land, and you're proud of it. Take that kind of pride in the tractor you buy to maintain it. A John Deere from Shoppers. A tractor that works as hard as you do. Our Shoppers tractor experts can help you find the right horsepower John Deere tractor and attachments with the best financing. So you ride tall in that yellow seat. Come to Shoppers and drive the legend, the official tractor provider of Rodeo Houston.
Living on the Gulf Coast means the power goes out. Tree falls on the line, storm comes through, and it seems like the power goes out more often now, and for lesser things. Generator Supercenter of Beaumont.com. 409-292-5992. 409-292-5992. Generator Supercenter of Beaumont. I don't need to tell you.
Yeah, it's a
why you
drunk
need a
driver.
generator. My work is done on that. I just tell you where to go to get it. Generator Supercenter
Airbags
of
deployed,
Beaumont.com.
all jacked up.
409-292-5992. 409-292-5992.
At
Look like a Hellcat Durango.
hillsdale.edu/Jesse, sign up for a free online learning course about the
Better, it's
design
stolen.
and purpose of the Constitution. Our country needs more Americans who understand the Constitution. Learn more at hillsdale.edu/Jesse.
The spiral helix is a shape you recognize.
It's found throughout nature, from the shape of our DNA strands.
To the shape of the nebula at the center of our Milky Way galaxy.
And in 1982, the natural helix inspired an ingenious sculptor turned jewelry designer named David Yurman to create his famous cable bracelet, which remains today one of the most beloved jewelry designs in the world.
Said to epitomize a classic American style.
For 40 years, David Yurman has been evolving his twisted helix bracelets into a myriad of variations.
With the simple purity of gold or silver to mix metals.
To embellish designs tapped with colorful gemstone finials.
To celebrate the power of cable, we invite you to come to Alter's Gem Jewelry.
Where we will proudly show you the very best collection of cable bracelets you've ever seen.
From the artist who invented them.
A David Yurman cable bracelet can be yours for as little as $395.
Come see.
At Walter's Gem Jewelry on Gallen
Come
Road.
out of this bracelet for
I'm Brian
$400.
Olson, and I have a piece of David Yurman magic for you.
Want your Mercedes done by some people who are ready to take care of you with good, hard work? Scott Setlup and the folks at Mercedes Service. Now, they're located 1475 South Major Drive in Beaumont, 860-9292.
What's up, everyone? It's Craig Rosenthal, and I'm teaming up with the King of Spring, Daniel Jeremiah. He requires me to say that. We're going to be bringing you 40s and Free Agents, the only podcast you'll need this NFL draft season. From DJ's mock draft to my top 101 free agents, we'll have it covered for you with all new episodes every Thursday, keeping you up to date as we head to the NFL draft. Listen to 40s and Free Agents on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow 40s and Free Agents and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Real quick here, those of us know David Sheffield, the former DA up in Hardin County. He posted this on Facebook, and those that know David will get this. I don't know about Governor Abbott, but I'm pretty sure that I have Hot Wheels because I'm in trouble all the time.
Right.
David,
Yeah, David was our poster boy for muscular dystrophy telethon in 1978.
Very great guy,
And
great guy.
one of the finest young men ever, and was a great, not only, I hate to use the word poster boy, but he was indeed that, but he was just so calm, so cool, so collected, and we had a record year that year on the telethon because David, I mean, people just gravitated toward him. He was the star of the show that year.
Well, he was going on as an adult to be DA in Hardin County and quite a distinguished legal career.
Yes, indeed. No doubt about it. Okay, looks like President Trump, this new executive order, would stop the federal government from using paper checks. The order signed yesterday would block the Treasury from issuing checks for benefits, tax refunds, vendor payments, and intergovernment payments effective September 30th. At that time, the feds would be required to switch to electronic transfer methods such as direct deposit and prepaid card accounts. Prepaid card accounts. The order states the continued use of paper-based payments by the feds imposes unnecessary costs, delays, risks of fraud, lost payments, theft, and inefficiencies.
Right. I mean, they're going to use the checks.
Yeah, remember back
back days, we used to get our paychecks.
Yeah.
You know, actually, you have to take a check from the bank. Well, everything's direct deposit.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
I like it.
And the other paper story is that they're now finding out that paper is worse than plastic. Remember the old plastic or paper?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, plastic is actually safer for the environment than paper bags. I don't know how that came about, but that's what it says.
I definitely don't believe that.
Well, whether you believe it or not, that's what it says.
Oh, we must not question that.
That's right.
We must never question it.
I don't give a crap whether you believe it or not.
Your turn.
I'm reading what it says.
Yeah, it took a while to turn on you, but
But it's not as bad as those damn cloth bags at the store.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the nastiest, filthiest
Yeah.
things. So I was behind a woman the other day, and I said, I smell crap.
Crap.
That's a good opening line. Did you get a number?
Wow.
So what lackluster authority thinks plastic?
I'm gonna try that.
I don't know, but it's time to take a break because we got birthdays next. Back in a moment. If you're like me, you enjoy working with people you trust, and when it comes to your 401k or IRA, people feel the same way. You go with the ones you trust. You already know Marriott Advisory Partners. I have been telling you about them for better than 15 years, and you've seen them in action. Give them a call at 212-9696. Sit down. Let them show you why they're featured in Kipling's magazine and on television. Marriott Advisory Partners, 212-9696.
Just like that, summer's here. This is Nolan Ryan. Make the wise choice and invest in the right home comfort system. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. American Standard Air is a proven winner year after year. Take my word. Cool, cost-efficient performance and built for Texas families. That's quality and dependability that you can trust. That's how you handle a hot Texas summer. AmericanStandardAir.com. Comfort the way you like it.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 409-231-6267. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 409-231-6267. 409-231-6267.
This is Ashley Canetti from The Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous podcast. You could have lost 10 pounds already if you already started a month ago. So are you ready to start today? Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. 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 Results vary based on start weight and adherence to diet, exercise, and program goals. Data based on independent studies sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Elite Roofing Supply right here in Beaumont. Give us a call, 449-ROOF.
When you're thinking lawn and gardening, you should be thinking nitrophos. Nitrophos fertilizers, we talk about all the nitrophos products. They're all great. Manufactured over in Houston. Hey, they're for us right here along the Gulf Coast. You can buy this stuff in San Francisco or New York City. For instance, the Jungleland soils for your beds and potted plants. Jungleland flower and vegetable helps improve drainage, reduce plant stress for the indoor potted plants. The Jungleland water saver soil creates a healthier habitat with added plant food. You also use the Jungleland soils mix, formulated especially for the Gulf Coast region, and of course distributed by Nitrophos Fertilizers, manufactured in Houston for us right here along the Gulf Coast. Available in nurseries and garden supply centers throughout the Golden Triangle.
728 at News Talk Radio, KLEI. Let's crank it up, boys, from the top. All right, time for the birthdays on this middle of the week Wednesday. Today being the 26th day of March, and H-Man is here with the birthdays.
We have Kelly Mink, 67 in Lumberton. Liz Coconos, 50 plus in Beaumont. Jay Duplessis, 37 in Stillsby. Lexi Gibson, 12 years old in Stillsby. Ace Gates, 5 years old in Stillsby. Audrey Gates, 19 up in Alto. Easton Fay, 14 in Buna. And Nicholas Cole, 36 in Nederland.
A very agnostic pronunciation there for you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, indeed. The winner today is...
Well, I calculated out, did my formula, and the result came out. Easton Fay, 14 in Buna.
Easton.
Easton.
Oh, wow.
Well, that formula is working well.
I beg your pardon?
Formula is working well for it.
Thank you. Thank you. It is. Yes, it's working very well. Good of you to notice. By the way, Jim is a moderator coming up on April the 8th.
Yes, sir. The Earl Forum, sponsored by the Greater Beaumont Chamber of Commerce, is going to be at the Beaumont Art Museum, and I hope folks will come out. And if you're a Beaumont voter, come out, get to know the candidates, hear where they stand on issues.
Now, Easton, don't forget to wait till about 9 o'clock before you try to order that cake you ordered from Rayo's on Calder, 832-4342. Can't remember the number. Just remember the name, R-A-O''S on Calder, because that's where you're going to pick up the cake when you get them on the phone. Tell them what kind of cake you want. Pick it up between 2 and 6. And a happy birthday to you for Rayo's at News Talk Radio KLVI. By the way, Jim is going to be wearing a tie.
Yes, sir. It's an occasion for a...
I do have a few ties still at my house. Now, I've given Greg some of my ties.
Yes.
Are you in good fettle as far as ties?
I think so. I don't wear one very often, but I mean, if you have something you think I would look especially stunning in, especially handsome...
I have one or two I think you would look
Boy.
even more handsome than you already are.
Boy, what a tie that would take. Oh,
Boy, he's turning on you too.
Fox News is next.
7:30.
Local news is next. And weather.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump wants to change the way we vote.
We think we'll be able to end up getting fair elections.
This executive order requires, among other things, proof of U.S. citizenship to cast a vote in federal elections. There will likely be legal challenges by states. And there's another executive order from President Trump.
President Trump is directing the FBI to immediately declassify and release all files related to the Russia probe, which he insists was a politically motivated witch hunt. The Bureau launched Crossfire Hurricane in July 2016 over allegations that the Trump campaign was colluding with Russian officials to influence the 2016 election.
Special Counsel Robert Mueller investigated for 2 years, finding zero evidence of Trump-Russia collusion.
Why wouldn't the Democrats release that if that's really what happened?
This month and every month, we
You
remember
people on the left
the
can't
over
be that ignorant,
66
man. I mean,
million babies
never mind.
lives have been
Never
senselessly
mind.
sacrificed on the altar of abortion. Surely the left doesn't understand.
So
the
he's
repercussions
wanting to
of a land
release
that takes the blood of the innocent.
everything that y'all have accused him of, and y'all won't let him release it.
Preborn is a network of clinics, and they fight every day to save more babies and more moms.
That checks
They've
out.
rescued over 300,000 babies' lives by introducing a mom to her child on an ultrasound. That baby's chance at life doubles. Preborn showers moms and babies with God's love and assistance for up to 2 years.
Tell you
So
what,
when
for
they
the
shout
first time
abortion,
in a
we
long
shout
time, I got
life.
on
Let's save more babies this year than last.
social media.
One
We
ultrasound
got on
is just
X.
$28, and only $140 will help rescue 5 babies.
The videos
All
I
is
see
tax-deductible.
of how
So
people
donate
behave
to
and
dial
act.
Pound 250. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250. Keyword baby.
It's embarrassing.
Go to preborn.com/hope.
It's pathetic.
Preborn.com/hope.
Like wild freaking animals, dude.
I'm
In
Jim
fact,
Watt. The KLVI News Update is next.
Wild
I don't know how much of a
animals don't
coffee
even act like that.
aficionado you are. Aficionado. I am one.
I don't get it, man.
I'm very, very prideful
We
of
need
the
Jesus.
coffee. I grind my own beans. You don't have to do that. But if you come by Rayo's and you order
wholeheartedly
any
believe
of their
that's the problem.
specialized coffees, you are in for a treat. Now,
We need
some
God
are
in our
darker
life.
than others, some are stronger than others, but the
appreciate
baristas
y'all.
there can help you get the
Thanks for
coffee that you
rolling.
want.
Stay
And I
safe.
guarantee you take
Have
it
a great
home.
day out there.
And if you make your own